is going on, guys? Jordan Volpe here. Today we're going to hit a chest workout. It's basically my current bench routines. This workout is all about how to improve your bench press. We're going to go through the warm-up, my warm-up sets and reps, and every exercise and the system movement that we're going to do today. So like I said, this workout is geared towards improving the bench press. So we just got into the gym and I'm warming up my shoulders right away. That's something I always do, especially when bench pressing. You know, you don't want to mess around with your shoulders. There's just so much going on there. So I really like to warm them up. I do face pulls, and then I move on to some shoulder rotation stuff to work that rotator cuff. On some days, I will do more of a cardio type warm up, but those are days where I'm doing more of a bodybuilder style workout. If I'm going for a real heavy lift, I definitely just like to get in, make sure I'm feeling good, and then get underneath that bar. I really like to take my time when I first get under the bar, just really make sure everything's feeling good, make sure that back's tight, and prepare myself for some good reps. On this day, I actually went a little bit wider than I normally do. As you can see, I'm kind of just moving my hand a little bit wider. Normally my pinky is just inside the ring, and today my ring finger was on the ring. And then I just like to unrack it and really just control the weight, press it up with the full range of motion. There's no sense doing half reps when you're warming up. You want those triceps to be firing, so I really like to control it, explode up, work the full range of motion, be strong about it, be confident, and prepare yourself for your heavier sets. Right here, I'm really just trying to loosen up my hips. I find that if I can really loosen up my hip joint and then loosen up my quad with some rolling, I just have so much more leg drive. And I can really just get my feet a little bit more firmly planted on the ground and really, you know, kick that toe away and really get that drive from the legs that you want to get. Getting under 135 here now. Really each time just making sure my form feels tight, feels good. I really like to feel comfortable. I think you don't want to feel uncomfortable. But here, just with some weight on the bar now, I'm able to get into my arch more. So it's about arching your upper back, guys. The common misconception is that you're arching your lower back. Really, you're arching your upper back. It's in order to make it more like a decline bench. So when you're decline benching, you're actually getting more pec activation. That's why most people can decline bench more than they can flat bench. To flat bench, a lot more front deltoid and tricep comes into play along with the chest. Working with 185 here now. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my girlfriend slash videographer Randy for killing this video, and to Ice Cannabis Lifestyle for providing me with some really stylish headwear. 225 for a triple now with a slight pause at the bottom. This will be my last multiple rep set. After this, it'll just be singles up to 275. Top set of the day now, 275 for one. I actually missed 275 last week because I got stung by a bee and my arm actually swole up. It was crazy, guys. So my left arm, I honestly just couldn't quite drive it as hard, so it felt good to get that today. Now we're moving on to the Spoto press for 4 sets of 3, and we're really getting into where you make your gains. It's all about the assistance work and the stuff you do after you're benching. The working up to heavy single, that's not going to increase your bench press. This is where you do it. So this is the first assistance exercise. This is the Spoto press. This is coined by Eric Spoto. He is a 722-pound bench press, former world record holder. So you bring the bar down to about an inch above your chest and you pause there. His logic was that if you're not pausing it on your chest, you're actually holding the full amount of the weight. If you can hold a certain amount of weight up in front of your chest, off an inch, it's going to make it easier to bench press more weight. It has been called the pause bench press on steroids. So rather than pause it on your chest, which will be assuming some of the weight, you leave all the weight onto the target areas, which is the chest and the triceps. Moving on to the chest supported row now with dumbbells, just using an incline bench. We're doing this for 4 sets of 8 to 10 reps. I really like to focus on pulling with my lower lats. So think about as low as you can go, picture that on your back, and I really like to focus the mind-muscle connection on pulling all the way with that. You squeeze at the top for a second, slow go back down. You don't yank your chest off or anything. It's a slow controlled movement with a squeeze at the top. Front delt raises for 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. As I previously mentioned, the bench press requires a lot of front delt activation. So just building them up here. Slow controlled reps, trying to hold it for the top of the split set for a split second if I can. Just really controlled, no swaying. I pyramid up each set in weight. And I like to deal with most of my assistance movements just start, really feel the movement out, get those muscles totally warm, and then move up each set to make it challenging for the 10 to 12 reps. Next up, we have dumbbell skull crushers. 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps. Really focusing on good form here, really keeping the tension on the tricep, that 90-degree angle to the floor, the elbows staying straight up in the air. If there's any pain in the elbows here, I would highly suggest lowering the weight. There's no ego lifting here. You really want to get good reps in, and that's where you're going to get your growth in your triceps. That's really going to translate to your lockout on your bench press. Next up, hammer curls. 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Now you may be thinking, why are there hammer curls on the bench press program? And that is a very good question. The 2 primary movers in the hammer curl are the brachialis and the brachioradialis, the muscle on your forearm and underneath your bicep. And they are 2 muscles that surround the elbow. So it's going to help your bench press by stabilizing the elbow joint and giving you support on the lockout. The function of the rear deltoid when pressing is to prevent the shoulder from rotating forward. So clearly that plays a massive role in the bench press. I did some prior to bench pressing to warm up. Now we're getting our volume in. So we're hitting 3 sets of 25 reps here. To finish it off, we have hanging leg raises, 3 sets of 15 reps. Obviously a strong core is going to translate into every lift, so it's something that's very important to train. Just wanted to take a second to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope it helped. I really enjoy the spot out press. It has really helped to increase my bench press. I highly suggest you guys do that. At the end of the day, you want to have a stronger bench. This is a workout that can help you achieve it.